Hey guys, what's going on? Xeonus here. I'm super excited. Finally, I decided to do another gameplay commentary. It's been a really long time since I did my last gameplay commentary on this channel, and I thought instead of just posting my standard guides, I also want to contribute again with another gameplay commentary, today with Spectre. I really enjoy Spectre. I played him the last couple of days and weeks more and more. And she is a real cool pop stomper, really nice to play with. And today I thought, let's jump in a replay, analyze it a bit, talk about my thought process, what is the hero all about, what did I wrong, what could I do better, in general, how should you play Spectre. And yeah, let's see how it goes. So, early aggression, trying to get the bounty rune here bottom. So let's check out the lineup. We have an Invoker, a Silencer, Ursa, Omni Knight and myself. In the beginning of the game I actually asked nicely the Silencer that he could support me bottom, because one of the first things I want to emphasize for Spectre is that she is a really farm intense hero and she's rather weak in the early game. So for the people who don't know her, she's a agility melee hero, and her base damage in the early game is not that good, and it's also maybe not so easy to last hit. That's also why if you play Spectre, it's rather beneficial that you get a Stout Shield and a Quelling Blade, just for better last hitting. This is usually the build to go for. An Iron Branch, a Quelling Blade and some regen. Especially regen is really important because Spectre is rather squishy in the early game. Also, if you think about this lineup here, we have a Clockwork and Phantom Lancer. They can easily harass me and kill me if they want to. They have good initiation and easy killing capabilities. So one of the first items you should get as soon as you can is Poor Man's Shield. As I've said before, because Spectre has such a low base armor, it's beneficial to get survivability items. And if you look at my gameplay here, this was actually a big mistake. I exposed myself rather easily to the enemy, and that's why they initiated on me, but luckily the Silencer did a very good job in protecting me, and this means I needed to go back and heal up. We also got a little strike here from Invoker. Yeah, in general I think I had a decent farming phase, also because Silencer did a very good job in supporting me. So let's quickly talk about the abilities of Spectre. So what are her spells if you're not familiar with her? So the first one that you should level first is Spectral Dagger. It's a target point ability which you can cast on an enemy unit, and then you actually saw it in the beginning. You have this black spectral fate that is on the floor, and with that you can actually also walk around obstacles. So the cool thing is, if you also want to escape, you can just cast it on somebody and run away with that. And it does it does magical damage, and it pierces through spell immunity. So it's a really nice spell also to hunt down the enemies. So if you have, for example, an enemy that is low on health, you cast the spell on him, you also gain movement speed if you are in this black path, and you also slow the enemy. The next spell you want to invest points to at level 2 is usually Desolate. Because with that you get a passive pure damage type, so it deals bonus damage whenever Spectre attacks an enemy who is alone. So this is really also good to hunt down the enemy. So if you already have a weak enemy during the laning phase, this is pretty cool. If you now look at this gameplay so far, I had decent farm. It's okay, it's nothing amazing special, but I got a Radiance at 30 minutes, which is also pretty decent. But also in this game it was just very easy. I had a really good babysitter here that could help me with my game here in my farm. Yeah, so the idea with Spectre is really farm up as quickly as possible, don't die in the early game. And then as soon as you hit level 6, be aware of your surroundings, be aware of your map, and try to hunt down enemies. That's all there is. So let's actually check here. I need to change to free camera so I can show you the build I'm using. I'm using the standard Spectre build from Tortellini. I really like it. As I've told you here, these are the typical early game items. I think it's actually a little bit better if you first go for a Quelling Blade and get 1 Iron Branch and 1 Tango and a Stout Shield. But if you don't feel comfortable with that, you can also go with 2 Iron Branches and more survivability items. So here again they tried to initiate on me as much as they could, but also again Silencer did a very good job in denying that. And also they pushed now the lane to our tower, so it's much easier for us also to farm. Yeah, next items usually are a Poor Man's Shield as fast as you can get it, as I've told you before. Then a Wrath Band, this is also better for you to farm last hit in general. Then of course Boots for movement speed. And the Ring of Aquila is also really good because it gives you aura mana regen. Especially, I have to say, Spectral Dagger really needs a lot of mana in the early game. It's really intense. Like yeah, you use 130 mana at level 1. That's a lot. So yeah, be careful when you use that. Yeah, maybe that was a mistake in the beginning that I just used it, but I thought maybe together with Ursa we could get an early kill. Yeah, again something here, because I didn't buy a healing salve, I had to go back to base. This is also something you should always consider. The time you spend running back to base, you lose experience and gold. So this could also be something we could now criticize here. It would have been maybe better to actually stay in lane and just regen. But on the other hand, at least Silencer then could get a little bit of farm. Alright, let's talk about the further items you would get usually in general. What I usually do is get Face Boots, because together with Spectral Dagger it's pretty cool. You can really rush to the enemy, you can hunt them down, use the spell and then walk up on them and kill them. And then of course a magic wand. Also if the enemy has spell intense, for example like now they try to initiate on me again, but I think they fail. Let's check. Yeah, I could run away. And our courier, Jesus Christ, it survived. Yeah, a lot of team fights going on. Yeah, here I just wanted to scare him off. But you see how much mana it costs. It's really mana intense spell. Yeah, and back to the items. In general, you really want to rush Radiance as fast as possible, because Radiance is also used on your ultimate illusions, because your ultimate casts illusions on all the enemies, and you can actually beam to them, teleport to them and kill the enemy with that. And if you have a Radiance, also those illusions will damage with the Radiance aura. Okay, let's go back to player perspective. Yeah, so my goal is now to get Face Boots as fast as possible, also get as much last hits as possible, get to level 6 and participate in team fights. You have seen it's rather tough actually in this lineup, because they can easily initiate on us. Phantom Lancer with his illusions and also Clockwork, he can just catch me, right? And the Weaver is a little bit annoying. So it would have been nice actually if Silencer would have bought some wards to help us here. I think also later on I will die because of him. Yeah, but there we go. An easy kill steal here. But I think Ursa already got the first blood, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so in general, I think Spectre is rather easy to play. If you know how to farm, if you feel comfortable enough with last hitting, it's a really easy, comfortable, like damage dealing, out of control, pop stomping hero, which I really like. Because I'm more like a support guy. Also, if you look at my guides, usually I like to play support, but I have to say with Spectre I really fell in love with her. It's really cool to play her. Here you actually saw the passive effect of Dispersion. It actually reflects damage that was dealt to Spectre, which is also very nice. It's kind of like a Phantom Assassin's dodge, but it reflects in addition. Alright. So I got my Face Boots, I got my Wraith Band, and now I will not commit and run to the tower, because that would be an easy pick off for the enemy. I'm also checking how actually yeah, Weaver is doing on top. Yeah, I think, I'm not sure if I will die here. I think I could actually dodge with my ultimate. That's also something. If the enemy really initiates on you, you can also use your ultimate to just go somewhere else. And that's also why I looked up there, because maybe I would have had a chance to actually kill that Weaver on top. Okay, now we see actually that 3 heroes initiated here in our jungle, because of course they want to kill Ursa. And I think they actually succeeded. Here I popped my ultimate and I beamed towards Juggernaut. We got him. Yeah, and I'm not sure if I will actually die here. A little bit bad positioning. I could have done it much better to actually block him. Yeah, and of course, for Phantom Lancer it's easy to deal damage and run away and secure escape of the Dark Seer. Yeah, and at this point it was pretty obvious I had to go back to base. For myself, I think rather bad positioning. I could have done it a little bit better.
The Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, but so far we are way ahead with gold and overall farm. You can also see that we are 5-1 also on the kill count. They picked off Invoker, a rather easy kill for them. They all committed, went to our jungle. An obvious thing to do. My ultimate is on cooldown, but I always check the enemies, what they're doing, because I don't want them to get our tower. And we were also communicating internally that actually Ursa would initiate here and we could get a kill. So now you saw the usage of my Spectral Dagger, and I could really fast go there. I should actually chased after the Darkseer. That was a bit bad. Yeah. Also running through Darkseer's ultimate was maybe also not the best choice here. Alright. So not really fruitful, this engagement here. Yeah, 30 last hits in 11 minutes. It's okay-ish if you think about all the harassment from the enemy, but usually what you really want to get is around 50. 50 is the sweet spot. If you can get 50 last hits, you like maximize the farming from all the enemy creep waves. If you're usually left alone, 50 should be reasonably easy to get. That's also something you should train for and play in bot matches and until you're really comfortable with that. That's also something I always try to do and improve on. Farming with this hero is really essential. Again, the creep wave is pushing a bit too much here. It would have been maybe also nice if he could have gotten a pull from the silencer. I turned off the aura here because I didn't want also the creeps to benefit from that. Also, yeah, guys, if I say something incorrectly here, just tell me. I'm always here to learn. I'm learning Dota with you guys. Yeah, and basically what I'm doing is really just farm until I get my core items, and then I try to contribute in team fights as much as I can. Ursa is now going to Roshan. This is something also very obvious he should do. And the enemy is not engaging, which is very good for us, because if we have an early Roshan, we get gold, and we have more survivability during team fights. Yeah, now's the time to attack. Everybody's missing, it's a bit shady here. They beam back, okay, we know, because they were going back to base. At least we got some hits on the tower. You see, gold, very important for us, 200 gold for everybody, really nice. So now we're in a really good position. In the end, I wasn't harassed so much, I didn't die so far. And I will soon complete my basic core items. And now I'm rushing Radiance, because I felt at this advantage we are at 13 minutes in, it's really no problem. This was a mistake here. We should have realized that actually Juggernaut is missing, and if he pops his ultimate, I will die. Here I tried to harass him a bit again, just to scare him off the tower. And I actually also hoped that Ursa would come in here and help us. This is a bit dangerous here. Exactly. This was a really big mistake from myself. Just running in like that. I could...
Dyer's middle tower
this was
is
really
under
cool. I
attack.
could actually use my ultimate to run away to dodge this, but it was really a waste of my ultimate, right? It was in general, my mistake to just expose myself so far. Also, my camera position here is really bad, actually, if I look at it like that right now. Because I don't see what's going on, right? My camera's always a bit too far away from the action. Here I knew I couldn't do much, so I just tried to pop my Spectral Dagger. Yeah. I should have run away here. But overall, I think it was worth it that we got 3 enemy heroes here. And they will now push out bottom lane. But again, this is always something you need to learn and practice your own positioning, overall movement, camera positioning, all these little things that hopefully will get better the more you play. And I'm also horrible with that, as you have seen. Actually, I haven't mentioned it yet, but another cool item and core item that you should in general aim for is Vanguard. It's interesting that it's not mentioned here, but Vanguard is a pretty cool item also for survivability and farming capabilities for Spectre. Also keep that in mind, because I didn't see it here now. Also, with the recent patch, I think Assaultrias is really good together with Dispersion. Then you're really tanky. Another luxury item that is awesome is Diffusal Blade, because you can initiate with Spectral Dagger, the enemy is slowed, you can catch up on them, and then you can pop your Diffusal Blade, which slows them even more, and you really easily can kill and pick off enemies.
Dyer's structures are fortified.
This is also something you should always be a bit careful about. You see, exposing yourself to creeps like this is easy for the enemy to pick you off. That's also why I went to the side shop and didn't commit here to farm here, because the enemy can easily initiate on you, like TP there and pick you off. So I was a bit hesitant and stayed in the back, because that's really easy for the enemy to pick you off. That's also why again I transitioned back to bottom and tried to farm as much as I could. Here it would have been beneficial if you would have gotten a sentry ward to see Weaver. Here I'm just blocking the enemy creeps. You see how I deal damage with my Dispersion. So it's also easier then to farm. Because now I really want to push bottom. What would have been also a bit better here is if I would pay more attention now to middle, because there seems to be a team fight going on. So let's check to my camera perspective if I'm really doing that, because that's also something very important. Yes, I'm checking. Is there an opportunity? If yes, I will pop my ultimate, like now. Yeah, but I dived here a bit. That's stupid. I think I will die. Yeah, I will die to the Weaver. That was maybe not the best choice. It was good for the team overall, but again, my positioning here was not that good. Again, I could have done a much better job. It also took me too long actually to beam to one of my illusions. So this death was really unnecessary.
Dyer's middle tower has fallen.
But overall, was pretty cool. 2 kills, 2 deaths, and 5 assists. But again, yeah, those 2 deaths were really unnecessary. But it's the last time I died here, so otherwise I did fine. Here I checked the overall lanes again, which lane I could push. And I thought that now it would be maybe a good time to TP to top and farm that. This is also cool to last hit. And it would actually be better if you would do it in the opposite direction, so you can actually run back. So you would do this, but then you would actually run back. I don't know if you actually get a kill here. I think so. Yeah, I don't know why he ran in like that. Now you see how easy it is to chase the enemy. Yeah, I think it was a bit over commitment here, but yeah, we were pop stomping anyways. In retrospect, maybe it would have been better if I went for Vanguard first here. But with this advantage, you cannot go wrong with the Radiance. Also, if my farm would have been a bit better, I could get an earlier Radiance, maybe even like 25 minutes, something like that. Again, I'm checking enemy team fights because we know now, whoa, they're engaging here. And that's why I was okay, let's try to get Juggernaut. You see now, this is a typical example how to hunt down the enemy. And this is how you should always try to pick off the enemy. When they're weak, pop your ultimate, use your Spectral Dagger, use your Phase Boots, run up and kill them. Together with Desolate and Dispersion, it's really easy to kill the enemy. Because, yeah, it deals bonus damage whenever Spectre attacks an enemy who is alone. So it's really a picking off skill. That was bad. It would have been also nice if I would have gotten here the last hit. That was actually my intention here, but I failed. Yeah, they also always wrote here on whatever, Russian. Maybe somebody knows. Maybe somebody can tell me what they wrote. Maybe that I'm a noob or something, who knows.
Invisibility.
Yeah, here I thought maybe I can like sneak in on the enemy, and then I was stupid and actually popped my Phase Boots, which was retarded. Easy kill.
Radiance bottom tower has been denied.
Yeah, and at this point it's also really easy to just farm the jungle. Like on Radiance, it's also pretty easy. Then you can... Actually, I will show you that after this kill. What you can actually do is... Let's switch here to free camera. You can, for example, go to the easy camp, use your Spectral Dagger, and point it towards that direction. So you can farm this part here and very fastly go there. You can also go approach from the side with Quelling Blade, so you also don't get attacked much and your Dispersion will actually deal damage and you don't take so much damage. But together with these spells you can actually also walk around much faster and easier and farm much faster. Alright, let's see if I can get the kill here. I think so. Just using my Phase Boots and bam. Easy game, easy game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower ain't radiating no more. I'll vouch for that, you know what I mean? It's under attack.
Actually, I'm running now to the secret shop to get one of the core items for a Radiance, which is Sacred Relic. I didn't want to use up the courier for that, so I just ran there. And I also had the feeling we should defend mid here, because Phantom Lance is kind of ratting up here. But at this point, alone against Phantom Lance is a bit annoying. So let's check how much is the recipe actually. 1350, so soon I will have Radiance. And with Radiance you really can free farm even better. It's ridiculous, you can really last it like crazy. You also see now how easy it is to farm in the jungle. It's really ridiculous. At this point, even if you would have had the disadvantage, you can just really AFK farm, get your Radiance and try to wreck shit. That's all you try to do with Spectre. Yeah, usually it's also better to just run in from the side with your Quelling Blade, then you don't take so much damage in early game, but now because my Dispersion is strong enough, it's totally fine. This is a bit dangerous because Weaver can easily pick me off here, so I need to be a bit careful. Oh my god, look at that. Feeding like hell. They gave up on life. Soon I have Radiance. Alright.
Gold and sweet.
And there we go, I got my Radiance. And bottom tower is also soon there. Actually, now I should check again what's going on mid here, because as you can see, 2 enemies are engaging mid. But it was much more important to actually also get the last hit on that tower. And we were anyways doing totally fine, so even more space created here by pushing bottom.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But yeah, now I'm checking again what's going on. I got my Radiance. Usually I just leave it on, seriously. Just leave it on and wreck shit. Like now. You see? My illusions also do damage. Pop your Spectral Dagger and bam. There you go. You don't even need to do anything. You just need to be close to the enemy. Easy life, easy kill. Yeah, at this point it's really, really easy. You just wreck shit. You can push lanes, you can farm super fast in the jungle, get even more extension items. Something I should have mentioned also maybe is that actually, if you look at the possible items for Spectre, what is also pretty cool is if you want to get an Orb of Venom. This is pretty sweet, really sweet. Yeah, this is sad. Alright. Yeah, and at this point we basically won the game. This was a cool pop stomp. Well, yeah, and this is basically how you play Spectre. It's really easy. But yeah, keep in mind, she is super squishy in the early game. So just make sure not to die. And yeah, just train last hitting and then you're fine. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please tell me also what you think. If something was crappy, whatever, if I could improve myself. Common mistakes. I'm always there to learn.
Dire's courier has been slain. Poor, dominated. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower.
Yeah, you see how crazy the damage with Radiance is. It's just amazing. It's just amazing.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, please let me know what you think. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, it really helps me a lot. And I'm working on new guides, so also stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy playing Dota, and see you guys next time.